One team here might need to ask for forgiveness, sitting just outside the rankings and wanting what their opponent today has, a spot in the top 25. Welcome to Sooner Nation in Gaylord Family Oklahoma Memorial Stadium, as we'll see a squad from the SEC, the Auburn Tigers, taking on the 21st ranked team in the land, the Oklahoma Sooners. 3A Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, Jesse Palmer alongside. Guys, we can't wait to see this game. Been looking forward to it all week. The Sooners will get us underway with the opening kickoff. On the run from inside his own 5. He's got great speed. Oh, what vision. Can they catch him? They won't get him. It's a touchdown. He is headed to the sideline with a little bounce in his step after scoring on that kick return.
And he should have some bounce in his step. How about the effort, weaving in and out, covering all that space, great blocking on the play, and he does the rest. You don't put guys back deep that can't roll. And you could see when he got in the open field, he rolled out.
And the extra point is good, and it's 7-0. Well, I'd say that's quite a way to make an early statement. Take the opening kickoff and run it all the way back for a touchdown. On the move from inside his 5. Excellent job by the kick coverage team. A pretty minimal gain on that return. So Oklahoma's offense takes the field to start this game off. Time for an early look at one of our Heisman Trophy candidates, and while this award certainly caters to quarterbacks many times, Jesse, this guy's proving to be worth all the attention.
Yeah, he's delivering. And remember, David, there was a lot of preseason hype around this guy each and every week. This dude has been making big-time plays. To me, he looks much improved from a season ago, and he's got this offense rolling.
Yeah, and the quarterbacks touch the ball every play. Their stats are good. Rushing stats count. Touchdowns, obviously. So it gets inflated. But if he can keep this consistency, it's still early in the season. He's a guy that the numbers are looking really good, and that Heisman talk's going to get.
Turning it on! Excellent job working through the air there, finding a hole in that defense and picking up a first down. Guys, Oklahoma's transition to the SEC in 2024 taught them a lesson that you might be able to get by at times without offensive consistency, but you won't thrive. So what kind of pressure, David, is the new guy under center under?
A lot of pressure, but obviously the experience, the transfer over. He was the top guy at that spot in the transfer portal. You bring in a new offensive coordinator, new weapons around him, so a revamped new Oklahoma offense. They're hoping they will match their defense, and those wins will go up and up and up.
Fires to the big fella. Didn't pick up a lot there, moved it forward just a few. And they've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. Looking to throw, it's Mateer. Here comes the heat. Caught in the backfield, it's out. Steps out at the 34-yard line. Big pickup on that one in this offense within striking distance. And the Sooners will have it 1st and 10. Out of the gun, the running back has it. In a competitive conference like the SEC, you just can't afford to start 0-1 if you want to chase a championship. Really important to get off to a good start.
No doubt, in the SEC, you've got to set the tone early. It's all about creating momentum out of the gate. Both of these teams had this game circled all offseason, David. They know what's riding on the line.
There's so much riding on the line. Who gets to Atlanta down the road? Bragging rights, recruiting rights, all this stuff. Once you get in conference play, it means a lot.
And he strides his way into the end zone. Touchdown, Sooners!
The quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge. And also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
Extra point here will tie the game. And they did tack on that extra point with no problem. An 84-yard drive there, and the final 34 yards covered by that touchdown pass. They're ready to kick it away, and this crowd is buzzing after that last score. He'll bring it out. It's Thompson. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. So the Auburn... Offense will try to get something started with their first possession. And for their sake, they better hope they've solved some of the turnover and protection issues that just plagued them in a nightmare of a game last week, Dave.
It was not a good performance. And this offense has got to grow. It's got to get better. And they've got to find some ways to move the football. They've got to throw the football, but we can't turn it over. Just those are the critical mistakes. More games are lost than won. And last week, too many turnovers for this quarterback.
Well, they just had too many negative plays and too many turnovers in that game to win. They believe they've got the dudes offensively to win games so long as they stay on schedule. But when you're going backwards and you're giving the offense on the other side more possessions because you turn it over, that's a recipe for disaster, and that's something they have to be able to avoid in this game.
Look out, he's got room. All the way out across the 45-yard line. Mark it out of bounds at the 46.
I love it. I love it. First down, let's be aggressive. Let's throw the football. But how about the quarterback? He does a great job in the pocket, buying time. Nobody open, scrambles around, and more importantly, ends the run, gets the first down, and doesn't get whacked. Beautiful.
The offense setting up shop at the 46, 1st and 10. Looking for a man. It's Knight. Got a man. It's Simmons. And he's brought down after a nice gain. So, Jesse, they're able to connect on the crossing route against the zone. You run that pattern against that coverage. What do you have to keep in mind?
Well, the receiver needs to know where the soft spot is in the defense so he can gear himself down. And the quarterback, Reese, has to play with great timing. Because if he's too early or too late on the throw, that might get picked.
Wants to go up top on 1st down. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
I don't know about the decision that time by the quarterback. He may have been expecting man coverage, but that time the defense was in zone, and they did a really nice job closing the window. The intended target was not open, and that's why that one fell incomplete.
Back to pass on 2nd down. Pulls it in. It's Cobb. And that defense is there to guide him out of bounds after a short gain.
Offenses don't like being in these situations. They don't like having little success on 1st and 2nd down because now you know I got to pass the football. I got to air it out. It makes me really predictable. So let's make sure you take care of the football and find those plays you really like.
The Sooner fans booming. A cacophony of noise at the Palace on the Prairie on 3rd down. Gonna look downfield again. Gonna throw it over the top of the knee. Makes the grab at the 10. The stop is made, but this offense is threatening 1st and goal from the 9.
And this defense is going to have their hands full because they're going to need to be comfortable with guys one-on-one on islands in the perimeter of the field. And they're just going to have to make better plays than what we saw right there. They knew this offense was going to try to be aggressive. Got to need better effort in the back end.
Touchdown, Tigers! The offense puts up 6 with that trip to the end zone. If you're able to move the ball in a drive like that, the most overrated stat in football would be field position.
Agreed, and I think confidence is big right now after that last drive. To be able to flip the field like that, not just do it, but go down and score a touchdown. Running and throwing. For this offense now moving forward in this game, that last drive is going to pay big dividends.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. They weren't able to get that one off. It'll be a delay of game. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. And perhaps a slightly more difficult attempt from the 8. Another delay of game penalty. This is just sloppy. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. And the PAT gives them a 14-7 lead. So a drive there of 85 yards, and they cap things off with a 9-yard touchdown pass. They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. He'll bring it out. It's Kearney. Stopped at the 17, and he's probably second-guessing that return. Hand off from the shotgun. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
You know, when you're running counter, those offensive linemen crashing down, they've got to be able to pin those interior D linemen. They couldn't get it done there. They gave up too much penetration, and that led to the tackle for loss.
To the air, it's Mateer. Makes the grab on the left. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few.
Quarterbacks love the short passing game early in games because it really helps them get into a rhythm. So a nice job by the offensive coordinator giving his quarterback an easy throw, something he can see, and something that he knows he can complete.
Got it in the middle. It's Sategna. Building momentum, picking up a chunk of yardage, moving the chains out to the 34. The Sooners have it with a 1st and 10. Looking downfield on 1st down. With the catch, it's Sategna. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there. Still a little ground to cover to pick up the 1st. Gonna swing it on 2nd down. Grab near the marker. It's Burks. Really confident throw and catch there. Big pickup, and they have a 1st down. That's the end of the period, and Auburn has the lead. And we've reached the end of one. Before we move on, let's take a look at our stats so far. So after the break, they'll go back to work. Rides the back on the option, the give. And he never had a chance, just stopped cold as soon as he got it. After that last loss, it's 2nd and 12.
And that's exactly what you want to do as a defense, man. You want to get penetration and not let that tank get downhill.
Just too much of a rush, and down goes the quarterback just behind the midfield stripe at the 49. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. A strike downfield. They're going to stop him short, and man, we haven't seen a lot of that. This offense has been a machine on third down. They'll try to get something out of this drive and kick the field goal here on fourth down. And he barely got enough of that one to somehow tuck it into the left corner just over the crossbar. That'll bring him to within 4.
And this guy has been a machine all season long. He is absolutely automatic. You know you're getting 3 points when this guy jogs on the field.
After putting up the field goal, they're set to kick it away. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. And Auburn is ready to go back to work on offense. They took advantage of outstanding field position the last time they had it, and now they'll have a little more work to do to get on the board. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. They finally get to him, but what a play there to pick up the first down. Big play to start this drive. Now they'll snap it from the 39. Back to throw, it's Knight. Fires to the middle. He's got an open man. And how about that? What the doctor always ordered, an explosive play to the 40. This offense is like running a perfection drill in practice against air. Chunk play after chunk play, and here they come again. Finds his man. It's Simmons. They get him corralled, but not until he's in the red zone. They'll mark it at the 14.
And the quarterback knew exactly where he wanted to go with the football, had time, spins the ball deep. Nice job by this offense, understanding what the defense is giving them and creating the explosive play.
Auburn doing business in the red zone. Here's a heat. Quarterback feeling the pressure, and down he goes at the 22. The first down sack pushes the ball back for this long second down. Back to pass. Pressure coming. On a little time, lets it go. Finds his big tight end. They get him out of bounds right at the 5-yard line, and that one might have saved the touchdown. They'll take this lead to the 2-minute timeout and see if they can tack on a little more before the break. The terrain gets rough this deep in the red zone. Third down, they can't pick up the first without scoring. To the ground to try to move the chains. They were all over him, nowhere to go as that third down play turned into a disaster.
How about that young man getting in the backfield again? He's really got his fingerprints all over this game so far to start. Man, we're still in the first half, and he's got a sack. He's got a tackle for a loss.
Big man has it. It's a first down and more. And he'll take it in and house it. Touchdown, Tigers. Well, they started with horrible field position, but ended with perfect field position in the middle of the end zone.
It all comes down to execution, Reese. You've got to have guys going out and doing their jobs. You saw the offensive line up front. They were physical. Skilled players made it happen with the ball in their hands, and the quarterback really showed command on that last drive.
They'll snap this one to start the drive from their own 22. Looking to throw, it's Mateer. Throws to the tight end. And that'll be incomplete. They tried to hit him with a big one on first down.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. Looking to throw on third. Caught over the middle. It's Robinson. Nice job to get him past the sticks, and they get him down at the 35. They just keep firing. He'll off one deep down the left side. Makes the grab. They will score. Touchdown, Oklahoma.
And I tell you what, that passing touchdown, man, that should spark this whole team. Like, the comeback is more than on now. Like, they got the touchdown. They cut into the lead. You want to get a stop and go into the half, get all the juices, all the excitement, and be like, listen, the passing game's rolling. We got this. The comeback's in full effect.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, that they get him on the ground at the 20. A lot of field in front of them as they open this possession from their own 20. Wide receiver comes in motion. They'll crank up this drive with the pass. He'll throw it. It'll be incomplete. Tried to extend the play, but just couldn't find anybody open. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. Picked off. What a play to set him up. And he's going to take it all the way back. Touchdown, Sooner.
And that defensive touchdown all started with getting pressure on the quarterback. It was the hit on the QB that forced the errant throw. That was an easy interception and an easy pick 6.
Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Boys, if it's happening in college football, we've got eyes on it. Check this out. Ole Miss is currently up big right now in a game they'll be talking about around the globe for a long time. They're up by 17 over Tulane. We'll circle back. If anything big happens, you should know.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. That's caught. It's Singleton.
And I love when my quarterback sees zone and knows exactly where to go with the football. Sees the wide receiver running the drag route, knows when to throw it, pulls the trigger for the easy completion.
Pocket breaking down. Finds the tight end. Finds his way up just short of the 40 to the 39-yard line before he goes out of bounds.
Well, the tight end shows off his speed. See his ability there to separate from the defender trying to cover him on that drag route.
Looking to pass. It's Knight. He's got it. Caught, and he's close to a first down on the nice pickup there. And the Tigers with a second and short to keep this drive moving. Looking to fire. Skips away from pressure. He gets the job done, picking up the first down, then getting down. Here's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. The Tigers with the 1st and 10. Wants to adjust the pattern. To the air on first down. Missed his receiver there. It's incomplete.
Yeah, I don't know if the quarterback got confused on first down. He might have thought the defense was going to be in man coverage that time, but they were in zone. They fooled him and just didn't seem like he had his eyes in the right place, was forcing that ball to his intended target. The window way too small. The guy was not open, so that didn't have that chance to be complete.
Just enough time to get off one more snap. Wants to throw on first down. Grabbed in the middle. It's Coleman. They'll knock him down, and that'll take us to halftime. We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Guys, you've been calling a lively one from Norman so far. And it's clear, the aerial attacks of both teams have been relentless. They've been burning each of these secondaries like toast. Just an assault on the defensive game plans, if there even were defensive game plans. Gotta think, fellas, based on the first 2 quarters, we're going to see every route in the route tree again in this second half.
He'll start the return inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. So Oklahoma has it again, and here comes the offense. They got plenty done through the air in the first half, and we'll see if they even need to look for balance as we start the 3rd quarter.
Well, and I think defensively, you understand, like the running game isn't a big part of the plan. I wonder how they adjust and play more coverage to this pass-happy offense.
Yeah, so you're going to have to be ready if you're a quarterback then. You're probably going to see some different.
And the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15.
And that's the thing about this defense. Yeah, they may be losing the game right now, but they've got difference makers on that side of the football. They got guys that can step up like that, create havoc, get a sack, create negative plays. They're going to need more of that here in the second half if they're going to win this game.
On 3rd and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down. The Sooners will try to pin them back with the punt. First time today we've seen a punter go to work. Hauls it in at the 40. And the punt team gets down there and gets the return man on the ground. Now here comes that Auburn offense onto the field again. Looking for room, it's Cobb. Didn't get much done on that run. He'll fight his way out and maybe pick up a yard. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Snagged in the middle, it's Simmons.
And a really nice job by the wide receiver. You run a drag route, find space. They're in zone coverage. They're not covering man-to-man. Find a little hole. Look at that QB. Y'all get on the same page. You could tell they were, and that's why they got the 1st down.
Catch in the middle. It's Howard. Really nice job to convert that 3rd down, and they've got it at the 33. Ready to fire from the pistol. Dropping back. It's Knight. There's the pressure. The sure hands, it's Simmons. They kept him out of the end zone, but not before he gets it to the 1-yard line, and it'll be 1st and goal. The Tigers look to keep this drive humming. Trying to barge in. Touchdown, Auburn! And with that, they've got the lead here in the second half.
It gets closer and closer to the end zone right here. You know what's coming as a defense. The offense has to be physical, and they were, and the back knew exactly where he had to get 6.
They'll try to tack one more on their score. And the extra point is good, and it's a 4-point lead. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And they capped it off with a 1-yard plunge. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Here's the return from inside his 10. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Guys, we'll get another look at this Oklahoma offense. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, hoping for better fortune this time around. He wants to start this drive with a pass. Got the quick pass. And he'll step out of bounds after a very productive play. And the Sooners with myriad options after that big pickup on 1st down. 2nd and short, maybe looking for a shot. He'll try to do it himself. Hauled down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. That's a fumble. Defense scoops it up, and he's headed the other way. Oh, he's got some space. And they get him on the ground. They get the turnover. They get a chunk of yards, and they are in business.
Defensive coordinators always preach swatting and batting at the football and trying to punch it out, trying to dislodge the ball from the ball carrier, and boy, they did it right there.
They are so close to a score, they can smell it on the first play of the drive. 1st and goal. Trying to find the end zone. They'll mark him down at the 2. The excellent execution on that throw and catch.
The offense trying to throw it there quickly down close to the goal line. Nice job by the defense tackling the catch.
They've moved it forward to the 2. Now it's 2nd and goal. Pushes ahead. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Auburn. The offense did exactly what it's supposed to do with a start like that one.
When you're set up with that field position, you're thinking touchdowns. You're not thinking field goals. It's exactly what the offense does. Takes advantage of great field position.
And he tacks on the extra point. They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. and he'll return it and try to get behind his blockers. And the returner runs out of real estate as he goes down. Now the Oklahoma offense will go back to work. That last fumble proved to be costly as they cashed it in for a touchdown.
Yeah, so this defense now is juiced. They're excited and ready to go. So this offense, David, they've got to get something going.
Yeah, those turnovers can be contagious, man. It gets you excited, and then when your offense takes it down the field and does something with it, this offense better be ready to play against a motivated defense.
He'll get it out to the 25, not bothered at all being backed up, and they've got a first down. They'll run the off-tackle play here. He had all kinds of company as soon as he got it. He had to fight his way back just to get to the line of scrimmage. Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Wants to throw. It's Mateer. Soft spot in the middle. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they have a first down at the 43. The Sooners come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Pulls it and fires to the left. Got room at the 35. No, he got loose. Touchdown, Oklahoma. He got a step and just dusted the field.
Really nice job working the route and getting himself open. And he was able to locate the football, snag it out of the air, and this guy now has 5 receiving touchdowns on the year.
He gets it in for the 2, and now a field goal with time. Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive. And he takes this from inside the 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. So here comes the Auburn offense. That lead has dwindled down to 3 now to see if they have a response. Trying to start the drive with a pass. Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance. Backed up now, here's 2nd and long. Looking for space, it's Cobb. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Sooner Nation bearing down on this offense on this huge 3rd down play. From the gun, wants to pass. Looking to the big tight end. Got his man downfield. Building momentum, picking up a chunk of yardage, moving the chains out to the 34. We'll see if they have enough time to get another snap before the clock hits 0. We've been treated to an aerial show by these two guys so far as you check out their numbers. One more period to go to see who can make the winning plays and come home with the victory. They go back to work with the first down in the final period of this one. Dropping back, it's Knight. Under fire. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf. They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Wants to go up top. Got a man, it's Coleman. There he goes. And they'll pick up the first down and mark it at the 47. And the Tigers have their offense in high gear. Motion from the wide receiver. Wants to throw it. Got it in the middle, it's Singleton. Really nice pickup on that one as they get it to the 36. It'll be first down. Fast completion, move the sticks, and let's see if they try it again. Looking to throw on first down. Makes the catch. It's Cobb. Knocked down at the 25-yard line. Picked up 10 there and gets a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. They keep it on the ground. Clock is their friend. What a good job to be able to pick up that kind of yardage when you're trying to finish off the game. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve. And he'll race it to the house. Touchdown, Tigers.
I like the aggressive play calling by the offensive coordinator on that drive as well. There are a lot of coaches that would have played it very conservative, very close to the vest, run the ball, and punt it away, count on your defense. Not this guy. He was going to take some shots, count on his own guys to get it done. And now with that touchdown late, they've got a 2-possession lead.
On the run from inside his own 5. And the coverage team able to make the tackle. Here come the Sooners ready to go on offense. They cashed in on a short field last time they had it, and now they'll go to work from their own end. Rushes on him. Gonna take a shot. Snags it on the right. They'll move the chains after he gets it to the 43-yard line.
Hey, down in the fourth quarter, you better have a dude at the quarterback spot. They do, and they're going to try.
Lofts one high and deep. Underneath toasted coverage. Got it deep downfield. Touchdown, Sooner. And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing.
Man, oh man, when you got a weapon like that, you got to find him, and you got to give him the ball in space. You have some plays on your play sheet, and some of them just say, that guy, get him the ball, let him do the rest. Dangerous weapon out of the backfield, catching the football, making the big play.
So the kickoff team will come out after they turn in a score on that last drive. That ball skips through the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 25-yard line. And Auburn is ready to go back to work on offense. One man in the backfield, and he gets it. Defense in the right spot. They stop him after a gain of 2 to the 28. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. Rides to the back. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. Somebody needs to make a play here. It's 3rd and long from the 26. To throw, it's Knight. Makes the grab, it's Singleton. Breaks into the open. Solid work and execution there. They'll have a first down as they mark it at the 40. The Tigers come to the line with a new set of downs. We'll head to the 2-minute timeout. Tight ball game here, and this offense will try to milk the clock. Now from the 40, it's 1st and 10. Looking to throw on 1st down. Makes the grab, it's Cobb. There to make the tackle, but the big throw is good enough to give them a 1st down. New set of downs after the completion. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Grabbed over the middle. It's Singleton. He's got enough for the 1st down, and that ought to be enough to put them in victory formation for the rest of this one. Auburn trying to work this clock down. Looking downfield on 1st down. Finds his man. It's Singleton. They make the stop, but he'll have enough yardage for a 1st down. Auburn hopes to get War Eagle flying in this red zone trip. They're threatening to score, and they'll throw it. He's got it on the move. And he gets it into the end zone for a touchdown, a gut punch to this defense, and probably a knockout punch.
And they say play to the final whistle. This offense took it to heart. Scoring late, maybe they could have wasted the clock. They made no doubt about it. This one's over.
On the move from inside his 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. And after this play, the cake will be baked. To the air, it's Mateer. Under fire. They're working that left side. They make the stop, and the clock strikes 0, and that will do it for this one.